I built a $4 million investment account from nothing, and during a chaotic family game night, my dad declared it should secure my stepbrother's future, not mine. I'm still reeling. I'm Aisha Carter, 29, living in Austin, Texas. I'm African American, raised by my dad, Marcus, 58, after my mom passed when I was 10. Dad's a retired mechanic, stubborn but loving, with a big heart for family. 5 years ago, he married Tanya, 49, a bubbly real estate agent, bringing her son, Ethan, 24, into our lives. Ethan's a charming slacker, think skateboarder vibes, always chasing the next big thing but never sticking to anything. We're not close, but we're civil. Dad and Tanya live in a modest house in Round Rock, while I rent a small apartment downtown, working as a freelance graphic designer. I started investing at 19, sneaking $50 from my barista job into a trading app. Obsessed, I studied markets at night, learning from YouTube and forums. By 25, I'd turned $5,000 in savings into $500,000 through crypto and tech stocks. Last year, a risky biotech bet exploded. $4 million now sits in my portfolio. I kept it secret, not out of shame, but because money changes people. Dad knows I do okay, but thinks I'm just an artsy freelancer, not a self-made millionaire. Family game night is our monthly ritual: cards, pizza, and bad jokes at Dad and Tanya's. It's loud, messy, and usually fun. Ethan's there half the time, distracted by his phone. Tanya's the peacemaker, Dad's the loudmouth, and I'm the quiet one, observing. But last month, everything imploded. It was a warm October Saturday, the kind where Austin's air smells like cedar and barbecue. I arrived at Dad's at p.m., arms full of chips and queso. Tanya was setting up Monopoly, her favorite, while Ethan sprawled on the couch, scrolling TikTok. Dad was in the kitchen, cracking open a Shiner Bock, already joking about bankrupting us all. Ready to lose, Aisha? He teased, winking. I smirked, tossing a chip in my mouth. You're the one who always lands on boardwalk, Dad. The game started light. Tanya hoarded the railroads, Ethan barely paid attention, and Dad played ruthless as usual. But an hour in, the vibe shifted. Ethan, who'd been half playing, landed on my park place with 3 houses. He groaned, tossing his $200 in fake cash. Man, Aisha, you're killing me, he said. You're like some secret tycoon or something. I laughed it off, but Dad's eyes narrowed, like he was sizing me up. Yeah, Aisha, you're too good at this. What's your deal? Stashing millions somewhere? It was a joke, but it landed like a brick. My stomach twisted. I'd been careful, never flaunted my wealth, never mentioned investments. But Dad's tone had an edge, like he was fishing. Nah, just lucky, I said, forcing a smile. Tanya tried to steer things back. Okay, let's keep going. Ethan, your turn. But Dad wasn't done. He leaned back, sipping his beer. You? Investors are circling, but I need a push to get it off the ground. I nodded politely, but my radar was up. Dad's comments weren't random. The game went on, but the air felt thick. Then, disaster struck. Tanya, cleaning up pizza boxes, knocked over my bag. My phone slid out, screen on, showing my trading app open to my portfolio summary. The number was unmistakable: $4,023,467. Oh, Aisha, I'm so sorry, Tanya gasped, grabbing the phone. Then her eyes widened. Wait, is this real? I snatched it back, heart pounding. It's nothing, just a work thing. But Dad was already up, peering over. What's that? Aisha, what the hell is that number? Ethan leaned in, smirking. Yo, are you loaded? I stuffed the phone in my pocket, face burning. It's private, okay? Can we just play? But Dad's voice went low, serious. Aisha, if you've got money like that, we need to talk. Family helps family. Ethan needs a chance. You're doing fine, right? You don't need all that. My jaw dropped. Dad, it's my money. I earned it. He scoffed. Earned it? You're 29. Drawing pictures for a living. Nobody makes that kind of cash without something shady. If it's real, it's a blessing for all of us. Ethan's got a future to build. Tanya looked mortified, whispering, Marcus, stop. But Ethan was all in. Come on, Aisha, you could invest in my app. Be a partner. Family, right? I felt cornered, betrayed. The game was forgotten. Dad's words echoed. It's a blessing for all of us. Like my decade of hustle was just a piggy bank for Ethan's half-baked dreams. I sat there, Monopoly money scattered, my pulse racing. Dad's words burned. Nobody makes that kind of cash without something shady. I'd spent 10 years grinding, learning, risking everything, and he thought it was either luck or a scam. Worse, he saw it as Ethan's ticket, not my future. I stood, hands shaking. Dad, I need you to listen. That money? I built it. Me. Nights studying markets, saving every cent, taking risks you'd never understand. It's not family money. It's mine. Dad crossed his arms. Don't get high and mighty, Aisha. You've got more than enough. Ethan's struggling. You'd rather hoard it than help your own blood. Stepblood. I snapped, instantly regretting it. Tanya flinched, and Ethan rolled his eyes. Wow, real classy, Ethan said. I'm just asking for a shot. Not your whole bank account. Tanya tried to mediate. Let's all calm down. Aisha, nobody's saying it's not yours. Marcus, let her breathe. But I was done. No, Tanya, Dad's saying it's not mine to keep. You think I owe Ethan because he's got a dream? I had dreams too. I worked for them. Where was family when I was eating ramen to save for my first stock? Dad's face hardened. You're selfish, Aisha. I raised you better. That broke me. Selfish? I'd paid for his car repairs last year, sent Tanya flowers for her birthday, never asked for a dime. I grabbed my bag. I'm not doing this. I'm out. Aisha. Wait. Tanya called, but I was already at the door. Driving home I pulled over, texting my best friend Jamal. Me. Family game night blew up. Dad saw my portfolio. Wants me to fund Ethan's app. Called me shady and selfish. Jamal. WTF. Your dad? That's your money. What's Ethan even done? Me. Nothing. Just vibes and excuses. I'm done with them. Jamal. You need a drink. Come over tomorrow. At my apartment, I locked the door and opened my laptop. First, I changed my trading app's passcode. Then, I checked my accounts. Everything was secure, but I felt paranoid. What if Dad told someone? I journaled that night, raw and unfiltered. October 15th, 2023. I feel like I lost my dad tonight. Not physically, but the man who raised me, he's gone. He looked at my life's work and saw a handout for Ethan. I'm not a bank. I'm his daughter. Why can't he see that? I didn't sleep. Instead, I researched trusts and estate planning. If Dad thought my money was family property, I'd make sure it was untouchable. By dawn, I drafted a plan, move my investments into a trust, name myself sole beneficiary, and cut off any chance of family claims. But the hurt lingered. I kept replaying Dad's words: selfish, shady. I'd always been the good kid, the one who didn't cause trouble. Now, I was the villain for protecting what I'd built. I called Jamal, venting for an hour. He suggested I take space from Dad and Tanya, let them stew. They'll realize they messed up, he said. I wasn't so sure. Over the next week, I avoided Dad's calls. Tanya texted apologies, but I didn't respond. Ethan sent a Venmo request for $500 with the note, app seed money lol. I blocked him. My focus became self-preservation legally, financially, emotionally. I met with my advisor, who set up the trust. You're smart to do this young, she said. Family can get messy. No kidding. A week later, Dad showed up at my apartment unannounced. I almost didn't open the door, but his face read. I let him in but stayed guarded. What's there to say, Dad? You made it clear what you think of me. He sat on my couch, head in his hands. I messed up. I saw that number and I don't know. I thought about Ethan's struggles. How hard it's been for him. I didn't mean to hurt you. Didn't mean to. I laughed, bitter. You called my work shady. You said I owe Ethan my future. How's that not personal? He winced. I was wrong. I don't know how you made that money, but I'm proud of you. I worry about Ethan. He's got no direction. That's not my problem, I said. I'm not his mom or his bank. Dad nodded slowly. Tanya's furious with me. Said I drove a wedge between us. She's right. I softened a bit. Tanya had always been kind, caught in the middle. What's she saying? She wants us to apologize, make it right. Ethan's another story. He's pissed. Says you're gatekeeping wealth. I told him to knock it off. I snorted. He sent me a Venmo request. For his app. Dad's eyes widened. He did what? I'll talk to him. Don't bother. I blocked him. Dad stayed for an hour, mostly apologizing. He admitted he'd bragged to his buddies about my daughter's millions, which horrified me. I made him swear to stop. He left promising to fix things, but I wasn't holding my breath. Tanya called the next day, tearful. Aisha, I'm so sorry. I didn't know Marcus would go off like that. Ethan's out of line too. I'm handling him. She begged me to come to the next game night, but I declined. Trust was broken. Ethan, predictably, doubled down. He posted a vague TikTok about greedy family hoarding opportunities, which mutual friends sent me. I ignored it, but it stung. My cousins, who'd heard through the grapevine, texted support. Screw Ethan. That's your bag. There. Loyalty helped. The wider fallout was subtle but real. Dad's friends started fishing for investment tips, which I shut down. Tanya pulled back from game nights, citing tension. Ethan moved out to crash with friends, which Tanya blamed on me. I didn't care, he wasn't my responsibility. It's been 2 months, and I'm still processing. I've kept my distance from Dad, though we've had a few tense calls. He's sent me a long letter apologizing, admitting he projected his worries about Ethan onto me. I haven't forgiven him fully, but I'm open to rebuilding slowly. Tanya's been respectful, giving me space. Ethan's a lost cause. I don't expect we'll ever speak again. Financially, I'm secure. The trust is airtight, and I've diversified my portfolio further, mostly ETFs now. Less stress. I'm planning to buy a condo next year, something small but mine. I haven't told Dad. He doesn't get to know my moves anymore. Emotionally, it's messier. I've started therapy to unpack the betrayal. My therapist says I'm grieving the dad I thought I had, the one who'd always have my back. I'm learning to set boundaries, something I never needed before. Jamal's been my rock, hosting wine nights to keep me sane. I've reflected a lot on family. Growing up, it was me and Dad against the world. Now, I see how his remarriage shifted things. He's trying to balance 2 families, but I won't be collateral damage. My money's not the issue, it's the assumption I owe anyone but myself. I skipped last month's game night and plan to skip the next. Maybe I'll host my own someday, with people who value me, not my bank account. For now, I'm focusing on me, my art, my investments, my peace. I built a fortune from $50 in grit. Nobody gets to claim that but me. Comments disabled. I just needed to get this out.